Good morning. It's Tuesday, and I'm about to drive up to Burbank to pick up a present that I got for myself that I'm super excited to start messing with. Alright, I'm on my way to Burbank, picking up this thing from my buddy, just continuing this journey to expand my gear, grow as an artist and a musician. I was thinking, I'm in a really crazy time in my life right now where I've spent the last 8 years out here just privately, for the most part, growing my craft, growing my skill set, developing as an artist, as a creative, and just training, hyperbolic time chamber, basically. So my mind is kind of racing. I have some new assets now, some resources. At this time in my life, everything is lined up pretty perfectly where my health is good, my mind is good, I'm sober, I'm healthy, active, and I'm in this sort of springtime of my life creatively where I have these things moving around me. It's sort of because of inertia. I'm not having to constantly move it, it's already moving. I have to keep on going, keep on pushing, but things are already moving. So while those things are moving forward, I can go now and reach and grab other things and touch up other little aspects of my life. And so I've been investing in myself lately. I've been blessed this past month to be able to say that. So I'm excited for this upcoming, it's not even an upcoming chapter, it's this chapter. It's the way that this chapter has been unfolding is extremely exciting. Every chapter has its ups and downs, or has its arc, I should say. But I'm ready to take on whatever it is. And yeah, I'm not necessarily rolling in it. I've been spending a lot, but again, investing in important things that I've been wanting to get for a long time. And every time something like that happens where I invest in something that maybe hurts my soul a little bit to spend that much money, well, my gut is telling me to do it, you know what I mean? My brain is just like, oh, ouch. But gut is telling me that it's the right move, because every time something like that happens, I level up and I get stronger and I get better and I get more effective and more efficient. And so it's super exciting because I can't wait to see what happens. In a month, I know things are going to be totally different with the way that I'm tackling all of this different stuff. So yeah, it's just constantly making moves, staying on your toes, being a little bit brave to do scary things, whether that's scary spending, not stupid spending, but scary spending, if you have the means, and also just scary moves. Sometimes it's extremely gut-wrenching to put yourself out there as an artist and as a creative, because even though a lot of times no one's looking, nobody really cares, a lot of people don't know you that well, you're sort of playing games with your own ego and playing games with your own threshold of shamelessness. And I think that's a healthy thing, as long as you're not hurting other people, right? But I do think it's a healthy thing. It served me, continues to serve me, and I am excited for the future and excited for what the rest of this chapter holds. We are arriving here, just pulling up. There we go. All right, there we are. Okay, here with my buddy Adam. He's got something for me here. So what's the process? What'd you do to it?
This is the CARVIN DC 135 flame maple top. I worked on a setup on it this weekend a little bit, pulled the strings. This appears to have an ebony fretboard, which doesn't require a lot of oil, but it needs to be oiled about once a year. It doesn't need to be heavy at all. You just want to make sure there's a light coat of oil. You can see that that's a nice dark black. It's not dried out. So on the fretboard in here, just get in between. Try not to get too close to the frets, or else the frets could lift. I checked, this is called your nut. I checked the nut height, string height at the nut, made sure that that was all good. I checked intonation, which is these screws here, moving these guys forward and backwards. The first, if you're doing a setup, first thing you do is check the nuts. Second thing you do is check the, use the trot here to check the relief in the neck. This neck is nice and flat. Got it nice and flat out. This has a dual action truss rod, which means you only need to turn it a little bit. If you turn it just a little bit, it's going to give you a lot because it pulls and pushes with the truss rod, which is really nice. Cool feature. And then I set the strings, right, which is called the action. I set that to specs where I thought it sounded good. Got it as low as I could without getting some buzz. I know you like to rock out, so I tried to get it set up for rock and roll. And then I also moved these forward and back, which sets the intonation. So whenever we play a note, open E, the string is tuned to an E, that the precise location. And whenever I play an E on the 12th fret, it's also a precise E. So any of my chords are going to be in perfect pitch whenever I go up and down the fret. I didn't have to clean out any of the pots at all. Everything else, I just looked over the electronics to make sure it worked well, played it. Then I buffed the frets, cleaned those off, buffed those out, so you see they're nice and shiny now. I think that's cool.
It looks beautiful.
And then I buffed out all this area where there was some play wear. I buffed out as much of that, spent a little bit of time there on that, so it tried to match it. Wasn't heavy play wear there anymore. This guitar doesn't have a pick guard, which is kind of cool. I like it without a pick guard.
Yeah, very sleek.
You can also see where I buffed that out. If you remember, that was kind of hazed there.
Yeah.
So that hazing's all gone now, because I took some, but I typically use, these are this is nitrocellulose lacquer, is what it looks like to me, but it wouldn't matter if you did that on poly or nitrocellulose. I use McGuire's products for car. The ones without silicone is what all the top builders use. So I use a very fine cutting compound, rubbing compound. Use that first. Swirl remover is the one I actually use, light swirl remover, and that usually gets rid of any of those just like fine pick scratches.
Yeah.
And then over that with a polishing compound, and then over that with a wax. So it is nice and slick.
Amazing.
And you also have these really cool Spurzl locking tuners. I don't know if you, another thing that'd be cool to know is whenever you need to replace a string on this, all you need to do is get that hole straight up and down, loosen the back on this, because it's got a pin that comes up into that hole and it will pinch that string in there. So you can notice these are only a quarter turn around.
Yeah.
That's pretty good because all of these are tight up against that. And once you get that string locked in, then you just turn it a quarter turn because the string's not sliding, even on the high E string. This is using 9 gauge too as well.
Oh, cool.
So that's what this is set up as. I think that's what you liked whenever you played it. It seemed like you really appreciated the 9. So whenever you replace it, you want to change it with 9s. If you change it to 10s, just let me know and then we can set it up for 10s because
cool.
There'll be adjustments that need to be made for the intonation, for the action, because there's more string tension. It'll pull the neck a little harder.
Okay.
So depending on what you want to play, but yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, man. Oh God. No, I'm so excited. I know you said that I could play the other one or whatever, but I just thinking about that one. Like, I don't know if I would even.
If you like this one and this one 10s on it, you can maybe feel a difference 10s, and the neck's a little bit different on that one as well.
Yeah.
And it's got a humbucker in the bridge.
Right.
But I think this one's fabulous.
Yeah.
And if you like the way this one plays, it definitely plays different.
All right, so you know what it is. Oh man, I don't know. It just feels good. It just feels right. I can't wait to go kill some Heartless with this thing, bro. Killing all the Heartless. On to defeat Organization 13. It was super great. Thank you to Adam. Guy's super cool. He's got a bunch of pedals there for sale. He's got some other sick guitars for sale too. I should have recorded some of those, but I was a little bit too enamored with my baby, understandably. It took all my attention. But he's got some cool stuff. If you're interested in the market for a CARVIN guitar, he has a couple others that are similar to the one that I have. And he's got some pedals over there too, and all the proceeds are going to his friend from church, whose wife is in a pretty bad shape in the hospital. So he's actually selling his friend's gear, is what that is. So it's going to a good cause, which makes it better than giving my money to some big corporation. Guitar Center doesn't need any more of my money. They're gonna get more of my money. They already got more of my money yesterday. They don't need any more of my money. So it's a lot better that it's going to a good cause. And then I got a new guitar. Oh man, so sick, so excited. So this guitar, it's a custom made CARVIN from 1999. So she is younger than me, but I think that's cute. I think it makes sense. 99, so she's still from my century, and it's just the perfect color. No, I'm super thrilled about this, and just as simple as I need her to be. She's got a volume knob and a tone knob and the different pickup switches. It walked me through all of the differences of the pickups, which is really nice. I've never played a Strat before. It's pretty new to me. But I'm excited to be able to play with all the different kinds of tones, because the Gibson that I've been borrowing from my buddy and bassist Matt, it has the 3 switches. It's just like rhythm, middle, and a treble. It's cool and I like it, but I never really, it wasn't explained to me the science of the pickups as clearly as it was today, and that was very useful to me. We're constantly just trying to get more intentional with what we do. That doesn't mean that I won't leave room for some chaos. Of course I will, you know. Try and tell me to keep it all tight and keep it all this and keep it all that, and see what I do. It's just my personality. But no matter what, I'm gonna mold her into my own shape, into my own sound. She's a part of the family now. So